Ages of public health campaigns and religious rules have tried to discourage adolescents and young people from having sex too early. Have those campaigns had anything to do with this? Are these numbers a success in a certain sense?
Well, some aspects of this are clearly positive, right? I mean, the U.S. has long had a really problematically high teen pregnancy rate. And it's still much higher than it should be and higher than it is in many other wealthy countries. But it's at a historic modern low since the 90s. I think it's like a third of what it was. And when it started to decline in the late 90s, I think nobody really could figure out what was going on. Everybody was really happy about it. This was great news. Contraceptive access advocates said it was because people were using contraception more, and that was partially true, but didn't really tell the whole story. Abstinence advocates said it's the abstinence education, and subsequent research hasn't borne that out. And it starts to look like this might be an example of something good that's happening for maybe some not so good reasons. Quite a bit of research recently has looked at the way adolescence is changing and finds that teenagers are doing a lot of things that are associated with adulthood less. So drinking alcohol less, working outside the home for pay less, getting driver's licenses less, which actually might be sort of relevant here, because guess what teenagers have always done in cars? And if you look to countries like the Netherlands that have looked at teenage experiences really closely, they found increases in the age at which kids are not only having sex, but doing other things like holding hands or kissing for the first time. And some observers, particularly in the Netherlands, are really troubled by this because they say, look, like if people aren't doing these things that reflect connection with other people broadly, are they not getting certain experience they need for adulthood more broadly?
Right.
And not preparing for adulthood. My observation, when you came on my podcast, I think we talked about this, was that I looked at this research and what people were saying about how young people are waiting to become sexually active, waiting to have their first relationships until later in their adolescence or into their 20s. And this, to me, sounds a lot like what it meant to be gay forever, because our straight siblings and peers were dating in middle school and dating in high school and encouraged to date in middle school and high school, by not just by the culture, but even by their parents. Whereas if you were gay, you didn't do that. You didn't date in high school or middle school. You edited the student newspaper and you edited the yearbook and you were in the plays. And so we would, it's very common for gay people and lesbian people to have their first relationships in college, in their late teens, early 20s, and 30, 40 years ago, when it was much more common for gay people to come out after college, to have those first relationships in young adulthood, 24, 25 years old, and to have to make all the mistakes at 24 that your siblings made at 14 and learn all the same lessons and try to make up for that ground at a time when it was more perilous to make those mistakes, because you didn't have parental help or intervention if you needed it. You also had your own apartment, a car, and a credit card. You get in a lot more trouble. But we managed to make that work. And so when I hear about, people are delaying, they're getting started in relationships later, I don't think, oh my God, this is a disaster. I think, welcome to being gay, and it'll work out for you. It worked out for us.